So have you ever like searched for your phone while it was in your hands and then like, whatever, um, and then been like, oh, here it is. Your guides are trying to tell you that the answers you seek are just like doing that. It is just like searching for the thing that's in your hands or on top of your head, like sunglasses or whatever. And so it's giving just kind of this energy where it's like if you were to just slow down and listen. What is that from? Like maybe Zelda? Listen. Okay, whatever. Sorry. If you were to slow down and listen, you would see the signs, you would hear the signs, you would whatever, right? You would see the answers. It would just kind of like, I'm seeing just something quite literally unfold in front of you. It's almost like the red carpet being rolled out. Ooh, fancy. Okay. So if you were to just slow down and listen, and so now they're showing me just like reading books. I'm a huge book reader, but specifically what they're showing me is while I read my books, I find that my books that I happen coincidentally choose, they align with what it is that I'm working through in that moment, or like the lesson that I'm working on, or just like align with a chapter that I've closed, and just kind of helps me with that closure. I even have like this gigantic jar full of like, I don't know, 600 unread books that I have on my Kindle. And I'll pull a random thing from there. Like it'll be basically spirit led. Like you tell me what book I'm reading next, right? And then spirit will give me signs through that book. And like when I tell you, like the frequency, it's crazy. It's crazy. And now they're actually showing me there was, we were just in Lake Geneva a few weekends ago, and we were in this cute little bookstore that had just opened. And my husband walked past like the shelves and wasn't even close, and I was following him, and a book shot out from the shelf. When I tell you, like, it flew off, it flew off. And I want to say it was like sweetgrass something. Hold on. Braiding sweetgrass. And it's like an indigenous book that teaches you about like plants and stuff. I didn't fully look into what it is, but so this thing flew out at me. And so I was like, okay, well, I gotta take a picture so I can make sure to read it later. And when I Googled it, it was like just happened to be in alignment with something that I said I wanted to start learning. And so it's almost like your guides are throwing signs at you. You're intuitively picking books or movies or shows. And the signs are there. It's like almost like because you don't think that your guides are kind of nudging you to choose that thing, whether it be a book, a movie, etc., like whatever it is. It's like those nudges, you just assume like you're there like because you're there, right? Where it's like your guides, your higher power, whatever it is that you believe in, nudged you to get there, and you're there, and then there's all those signs and synchronicities. But because you're so focused on where are my signs, where are my synchronicities, you don't actually see that they're in front of your face, because it's like you don't slow down enough to be like, wow, what a coincidence, right? Perfect example, this morning I woke up, couldn't sleep, didn't really like have the mindset to be able to like read or do anything productive, so I put on Parks and Rec. And there was this like it was like on a certain episode, but I knew I like fell asleep or wasn't paying attention, so I like went back a few episodes, and the episode that I picked was Amy Poehler is like drinking with like the guys at like the place, and she breaks beer bottles. And she goes, do you hear that sound of breaking glass? That's the glass ceiling that I'm breaking, or whatever. And then like later in the day, I found like a reading that was like, glass, you've probably seen glass breaking recently. And I was like, well, that makes sense why I was there. And that led me to a new message. And like the glass thing also really stood out to me for some reason when I was watching Amy Poehler, Parks and Rec. So there's also this, like, it's kind of giving also a little bit of energy of you are pigeonholing your guides or your higher power or whatever it is that you believe in to giving you specific signs and synchronicities, because that's how you're used to them coming, in the numbers or birds or, whatever, right? And I'm just hearing, if you continue to only limit yourself to those lanes, like whatever you're used to receiving your signs and synchronicities from, if you limit yourself to only those lanes, you are going to limit the amount of information information that you receive from your guides. The more that you expand the idea that they can be speaking to you through anything and anybody, the more information you can take in. And now they're showing me you walking past somebody on the corner of like a street, and you're just walking, minding your own business, but you accidentally overhear like a small piece of their conversation. That was a sign. Somebody coming and having a specific conversation, like somebody you know, having a specific conversation with you. Whether or not you agree with the conversation, there's a reason that that conversation was being had. I don't know what that means, but I'm just like, it's your guides, the higher powers, whatever it is, the universe, whatever it is that you believe in, they choose the path of least resistance. And so when you are forcing them to be pigeonholed into angel numbers or animals, but you're not being open to music or movies or books or all of these other ways to receive signs, I'm hearing the wind even, like it's giving like Pocahontas energy, connecting with nature and getting more messages through nature or more messages in silence. Stop pigeonholing yourself. You are robbing yourself of an experience, and you are robbing yourself of growth. Okay, friends? You can get messages through anything. Stop overthinking it. Definitely use your discernment, but stop overthinking it. I love you so much.